These matched the description of the flowers Mrs. Duplancy mentioned.
I need to distract her. Or, oh, yank him! Take him!
There's no scent.
Oh, take him!
You get away from my hippiastrum.
Ah, apologies.
Move!
Well, that confirms it.
It sure does.
I shan't lower myself to such barbarity.
All right, it was just a suggestion. All right.
Those flowers, may I please take one?
Well, that's gonna
Are you
work.
deaf and daft? Bugger off!
I need to distract her. I don't know how, but I definitely need to. Maybe Miss Tompkins would know.
Good day.
Hello.
I really need one of those hippiastrum flowers.
Why?
It's a long story. Might you please be able to get one for me, or distract Miss Fenchurch so I can take one?
Those flowers are Miss Fenchurch's favourites. She spends hours looking after them.
Uh-oh. She'll do it.
Sorry, Mom. It's just that I'm so worried about Mr. Ambrose.
Oh, come on.
The
Do
milkman.
I have to find the
Aye.
milkman?
We were to run away together today.
I see.
I'm worried sick that he stood me up. Without Mr. Ambrose, this job is all I have. I can't risk losing it over a flower.
I'm sorry, Miss Tompkins. I still haven't seen him.
Do you think he's abandoned me?
I'm sure that's not the case. He must have been delayed somewhere.
Could you try to find him for me, Mum?
Oh, God.
Oh, please, Mum. I'd do anything for you if you found my love.
I can try.
Oh, thank you. You're ever so kind, Mum.
What does Mr. Ambrose look like?
Is he the
He's
gravedigger?
got brown hair.
Oh, God, that narrows it down.
I'm afraid I'll need a bit more to go on.
That's what I said.
Sorry, Mum. I'm too upset. Please
do you mean?
find him, won't you?
What do you
Hey,
mean?
Stop your nattering and get back to your sweeping!
Sorry, Miss Fenchurch.
Oh, my God. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. You need to find this guy, but I'm not going to tell you what he looks like. Why did I come here? I don't need to be here. All right, so we need to ask around town, I'm guessing. I'm going to start with the inn. Maybe I'll start with Ralph.
Good day.
Hello there.
Do you know Mr. Ambrose, the milkman?
I do, yes.
Have you any idea where he might be?
He is usually here by now.
So I heard.
He normally arrives via the road to the east of Bewley.
Thank you. Enjoy your Scotch egg.
I will.
I don't like using directions here because it doesn't, there's no real feeling of north, south, east, and west in this game.
Hello again, Mr. Shoulder.
Miss Bateman.
Do you know Mr. Ambrose, the milkman?
Aye, I know the man.
Do you have any idea where he might be?
No, lass. Why?
No matter. Thank you for your time.
Aye, Miss Bateman. I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
Me too. All right.
Do you know Mr. Ambrose, the milkman?
Aye, a good man.
Have you seen him today?
Come to think of it, no.
Goodbye.
See you soon.
There's nothing else.
Okay. Wait, I'm going to check over here just in case someone snuck in. No. One thing I do like that this game does is I don't want to say make it seem like I'm not liking the game. So like
I don't need to use the filthy lavatories.
if this is not going to be used at all for the rest of the game, instead of allowing me to go in there and interact with everything,
I don't need to use the filthy.
they just close it off completely. Therefore, I'm not wasting my time. See, that's good modern point and click design there. Okay, so how about I check on the outskirts of town? Oh.
There we are. Your shells are looking much more interesting now. I pestered Mother for years to let me bring some of your treasures here.
Aw.
I think she's worried that I want to follow in your path. She has hidden most of your discoveries away. I had to beg her to bring me to visit you, you know. I shouldn't worry you with all that. Do you know that I have a story for each of these pots? Well, I don't know if they're all true, but they are my memories. Even though I was so young, I still remember our adventures together. Would you like me to share my memories of them? Well, I'm going to, whether you like it or not.
Aw. Okay, so I guess we're going to hear some stories. Story time.
We talked about this one already. The red urn you buried in the garden for me. It seems like such a long time ago. We talked...
Sorry.
You were incredibly excited about this one. I hadn't gone on an expedition with you yet. You were so happy about it, showing it to Mother and I. You didn't stop talking about it for hours. I thought, how can Daddy be so excited over some old broken pottery? But it wasn't long until I understood.
So, side note, when people are, I'm guessing he's catatonic and not in a coma, or is he in a coma? I know there's long been questions on whether people are aware when they're in this state. And I don't know if you guys saw this. It was like 2 years ago, maybe. There was a guy, and I don't remember where he was. Was it the UK or was it Canada? I don't know. Who was in this state for something like 7 years, and he came out of it. And he said that he was aware the entire time that he was gone. That he couldn't move, he couldn't react, but he heard the people talking to them. He felt their touch. He just couldn't react to any of it. And thinking about that is just devastating. That they could be... I mean, we obviously don't know if this is like every person, but we know now that it's possible, right? We always thought that it could be possible, but we had a confirmation, and it's like, that is just devastating that could be the case. So it puts more weight to people who spend time interacting or talking to somebody who's in this state, right? Oof. That's hard to think about.
I think you brought this one back from a trip abroad. I would have loved to go with you, but Mother didn't want me to. I remember you being so proud of it. It looks ancient. We found this one together in that mucky old barrow near Avebury. I think it was the second time you'd taken me on a dig with you. I remember you bringing it up to your face to look inside and shrieking in horror. "There's a bloody rat in there," you screamed. Mother was so angry when you brought this one home, wasn't she? "William, that simply will not do. It's taking up all the space on the mantelpiece." Once you moved it to your study, I remember creeping in to take a peek at it. This is from the first dig I remember you taking me on. The excavation of West Kennet Long Barrow. I found it wedged behind a stone as you ate your sandwich. You said, "Now there's a tiny urn for a tiny girl."
Aw.
I almost forgot. While I was searching for your pots in the shed, I found one of your manuscripts. I thought Mother had burnt all your notebooks, but she missed one. It was an account of barrows across the east of England. I managed to read it all before Mother took it away. Daddy, it was fascinating. I've decided that is what I want to do with my life. I'm going to travel the country, excavating and documenting my own finds. Well, as soon as I'm old enough to escape Mother, that is. When you're feeling better, we can go out on expeditions together again, just like we used to. I promise you'll get better, Daddy. I'll do whatever it takes to make it so.
Oh, that was a really sweet scene. Ooh, did you see that? She turned her head and looked at the camera right at the end of that white fade. That was a little weird. Okay, so I think that maybe we're on the right path. If that gave us a flashback.
There's something ahead on the road.
Ooh! It's very Monkey Island-esque, this scene, right? The little pixelated character going around the map.
My God!
Ooh, what is even going on?
Mr. Ambrose! I'm going to help you.
What is even going on?
What cruelty is this? Let me free you, sir. Curses! The rope is bound too tightly. I can't even free his mouth.
Fear not, I have a knife.
Don't worry, sir. I'll find a way to free you.
Can I look around first? Hold on.
It's Herbert. He's lapping up the spilt milk.
I don't like that Herbert's like hovering around all these things. I feel like Herbert has a story to
Mr.
tell.
Ambrose's cart has been smashed to pieces.
I love that I'm searching his stuff while he's
The cart
sitting
is
there.
beyond repair.
It's so awful.
Bakewell, 32 miles.
Alright,
He
so
really was in complete isolation before the railway line came in.
I thought he was tied to a cross, but that's just the road sign. All right.
Please hold still. I'm going to cut you free. He had been so tightly bound that I could barely cut through without hurting him further. His mouth was stuffed full of flowers of a most peculiar scent.
Huh. Okay.
I was dismayed at such savagery and wondered if the feral folk Father Roach had mentioned were responsible for this abhorrent act.
Probably not.
After some considerable effort, I managed to cut him free. Are you all right?
Who were lost in visions of hell itself, the devil. I saw the devil.
Who did this to you?
I don't remember. Oh, the terrible sights I saw. I won't forget them till my last breath.
Are you Mr. Ambrose?
Yes, Edward Ambrose.
You were to meet Miss Tompkins today.
Aye, my love. Oh, my darling love.
Let me take you to her. Here, take my hand. As we made the arduous trek to Panswick Manor, I probed Mr. Ambrose on who had done this to him. He insisted that he didn't remember anything, except for his nightmarish visions.
I don't know why she's spending so much time sweeping dirt.
Eddie! Jesus, what happened to you? Were you in a fight?
Now, fret not, my love.
I thought you'd abandoned me.
Never. Thank your friend here for helping me out of a bind.
Oh, Eddie!
He's got
Let's get out of here, my darling.
Hang on.
He's got short legs and he's got a little bit of a butt on him, huh?
You thieving beast! I'll have your guts for garters!
Oh, stick it where the sun don't shine, you bitter old sow!
That's great. You tell her.
The cheek!
Here you are, Mum.
Thank you, Miss Tompkins.
No, thank you for finding my poor Eddie.
Aye, thank you, lass.
Let's go, Eddie. I'm never setting foot on this godforsaken estate again.
Yeah, I don't think Eddie wants to be around this town either.
Good luck, you two.
Okay. Can I take this? No? Alright. To the church. I don't think I said anything great. I'm probably just gonna give it to her, right? Hello.
I have something for you.
You found them? Oh, you dear child. Let's take them straight to Albert. You'll come with me, won't you?
As long as you
Mr.
bake me some
Clancy.
pudding. Pudding, please.
You know, the things I miss most about him are the things that used to annoy me. The click of his jaw as he chewed his sandwiches, leaving his tools all around the house. The way he'd never back down from an argument. He's just quiet at home now. Silence. The funny thing is, that's what he always craved. Peace and quiet. He were a good man, our Albert.
Sounds like he was. I'm so sorry.
Do you fear death, pet?
Listen, lady. I don't like the way you asked that. It's the part between, in between that concerns me the most.
Not at all. I dare say I won't be around to know it's happened.
But what of heaven and hell?
Life is for living, not for worrying about what comes after.
Albert didn't fear death either. You're both braver than I am.
It's not bravery, it's just trying to make the most of what we have in the present. One can neither live in the future, nor the past.
I fear it, but my faith keeps me going. I know I'll meet him again, in heaven.
Take that thought forward, Mrs. Duplancy. Remember it. One day, you will be reunited.
Thank you. Those flowers look beautiful.
They
Cakes.
do.
Albert will be smiling down on us.
Pudding cakes.
Pet,
Lady?
I left me basket inside the church. You'll find some Bakewell puddings in there.
Oh, yeah.
You can have them.
What do you mean? You...
I insist. You've brought an ounce of happiness into my day, dear. It's only just that I return some.
Thank you, Mrs. Duplancy.
To be truthful with you, I was saving them for myself. I shouldn't be so selfish.
Okay.
Forgive me.
You're
Now that
nothing
makes
of the
sense.
sort.
I'll stay here with Albert a bit longer. You go back to your day, Pet. Lord be with you.
And you, Mrs. Duplancy.
I was wondering why she just didn't give him to me before, but she was going to do some emotional eating, I suppose. So that's fair.
I'll leave her to her grieving.
Okay, you do that. Oh, wait, I didn't want to go this way. Is it this way? Bingo!
Here they are.
I'll just grab one with my hand and put it in my pockets.
Mrs. Duplancy's famous Bakewell puddings.
I got
They
3 of them.
smell delicious.
One for each worker. All right, let's go to Lord Panswick's place.
The vision returns.
I come bearing gifts.
Freshly baked gifts?
Yes. 3 of Mrs. Duplancy's famous Bakewell puddings.
Oh, you are an amusing creature, Thomasina.
What do you mean?
You must think me a scoundrel of the highest order for asking you to undertake such folly. Of course I would have lent you my men either way. I merely desired an excuse to share a cake with you.
All right, that's a
Lord
little creepy.
Panswick.
I take no pleasure in watching you scurry about Bewley to fulfill my every whim. Or do I?
Yeah, he definitely
I
does.
do not find this amusing in the slightest. You have no idea what I had to go through to get these for you.
Oh, I do. And that's what I admire about you. Tenacity. Even in the face of something you know to be absurd. You don't give up, do you?
Never. Though in this case, I ought to have.
Now then, will you share one of these tempting confections with me?
Now's not the time. I mean,
Why not?
Splendid. I'm glad the rain doesn't put you off. You like to live a little dangerously, don't you, Thomasina?
it's just
Let
rain.
us stroll to the back.
Oh,
That sounds nice.
okay. Well, that's also a little creepy. No, I don't want. I got an achievement for romance.
We walked side by side down to the beck, his hand occasionally brushing my own.
No, don't turn this into romance.
Despite Lord Panswick's entertaining company, I had an overwhelming feeling that time was being wasted. We ate those cakes down by the beck, and as he attempted the most charming lines he could muster upon me, I only had one thing on my mind.
More cakes.
Father,
Oh, I was wrong.
could he be saved from his suffering? Was the answer to be found within Hobbs' Barrow? I ached to find out. I didn't even notice the taste of those famous puddings. Seemingly disheartened by my lack of enthusiasm, Lord Panswick soon marched me back toward the ruined chapel.
chaps, listen up. You're to assist Miss Bateman's excavation tomorrow. What time, Miss Bateman?
Early morning, if you don't mind.
We'll be there whenever you need us, miss.
Hobbs Barrow. On the Bryden estate, if I'm not mistaken.
We'll be there.
Take your tools with you. Miss Bateman will need every assistance we can provide her with.
It's no bother.
Splendid.
Thank you, lads.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll see you later, my dear.
Thank you, Lord Panswick.
Can we
We're
chat?
finishing up here, miss. See you tomorrow morning, all right?
Certainly. I appreciate your help.
All right, so we're not talking to the game. Oh.
Well, that's a relief to have my crew assembled for tomorrow. It's getting dark and cold. Time to head back to the plough and furrow.
No, time to investigate.
It's a symbol of some kind. A moon, perhaps? That is well out of my... That's a peculiar...
No?
No, that won't achieve it. I'm
yeah.
not sure...
I don't have anything to, like, reach it, you know?
I fear Miss Fenchurch might come at me with her pots and pans. It's best I stay out here.
Righto. All right. It is interesting that it left me right here, though, right?
I've no time...
Huh. Okay.
I find owls to be rather sweet creatures.
Why is there a random owl in the trees?
I don't wish to disturb the owl.
Interesting.
The fiddle and bow, left to me.
No, I can't play it. Can I play it for the owl?
I don't wish to
All
don't
right.
wish...
Okay, where are we going now? What's going on up there?
I can't take...
That was never on before, was it? I don't think it was.
No one here. The
Interesting.
sign is in a shabby state, but the shop appears to be a cobbler's.
So this is Albert's store. And the light is on, and it was not on before. Huh. Is Ralph here? No. Let's see if the horse is still here.
It's late.
Oh.
Evening, Miss Bateman.
Good evening, Stanley.
How many hours has Stanley put in? Uh-oh.
Your lordship.
Stanley, my good man.
To what do we owe the pleasure of your visit, your lordship?
I've come to wish Miss Bateman good fortune for her grand excavation tomorrow.
Don't tell
I'm
everyone!
really rather curious as to what she might turn up.
As am I, your lordship.
An exciting time for Bewley. Wouldn't you agree, Stanley?
Oh, yes, your lordship. Very, very exciting.
Why
My
has Stanley
dear,
changed his tune?
Please, allow me the pleasure of buying you a drink. A welcome antidote to the wind's bite. Wouldn't you say, Stanley?
Yes, indeed, your lordship.
Stanley was not a fan of Hobbs Barrow.
No thanks.
Miss Bateman, you're no fun.
I should keep a clear head for tomorrow.
Good thinking. In that case, I shall bid thee the fondest of farewells. May you conquer Hobbs Barrow and find all that you desire.
Thank you, your lordship.
I've reminded my chaps they're to meet you at Hobbs Barrow in the morning.
Thank you again, Lord Panswick.
Till we meet again, faites des beaux rêves.
I don't know what
Mr.
that
Shoulder.
means.
Your lordship?
I don't know what that French phrase is.
Hello again, Mr. Shoulder.
Miss Bateman?
I've recruited the help of some local labourers to help with the excavation.
Marvellous. When do we start?
Tomorrow morning, first thing.
Wonderful.
Can I count on your assistance?
Of course. I'll meet you here at the Plough and Furrow.
What else can you tell me about the previous excavation?
I think I covered it earlier, Miss Bateman. As you yourself said, it were a time of superstitious hysteria.
What was it like, living in that period of hysteria?
I kept to myself. It didn't really affect me. My hens stayed healthy and their eggs kept me well fed. If one can keep a level head in such situations, one can get by.
Indeed. Is there anything else I should be aware of before my own excavation? No other ghouls I should be worried about?
Ah, you know the answer to that. The corruption in that soil were all in the minds of men.
Thank you for your time.
Aye, Miss Bateman. I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
Me too. Me too.
You've changed your tunes, Stanley.
That's what I
An
said.
exciting time for Bewley.
Exactly.
I thought you didn't want me to excavate Hobbs Barrow.
Well, what can I get you?
I'm fine for now, thank you.
Yeah, why did he change his name? Mr. Cross is still
There's
here.
nothing else I...
All right.
I'll leave those two to their conversation.
Oh, those are the marketplace people. Oh, look who it is. Oh, God.
Hello again, Cyril.
You're still here? Leave me be, lass.
What do you mean I'm still here?
Summer, I've seen her.
Arthur?
I've remembered something.
Oh, God.
What is it, Arthur?
Not here.
Oh,
Meet
God.
me outside, in the alley.
Mr. Tillman. I'm not sure.
Stinking drunk. But let's hear what he has to say.
I have a feeling I'm going to get mugged.
I don't need to...
All right, I need to go this way. I have a feeling I'm going to get kidnapped, so I can't excavate Hobbs Barrow. It's totally going to happen.
I can walk through there.
I
can
know,
walk through there.
but I want you to walk through there with a knife in your hand.
What is it?
First of all, I must apologize to you. That night we met, when I vanished.
Yes?
Well, there were a man in the loo. A hooded man. He threatened me with a beating if I told you anything about what I saw.
Oh, Arthur, that's terrible. What did you see?
That's the thing. I hadn't the foggiest idea what he were on about. It was a drink, you see. I'm an embarrassment, Thomasina.
No, you're not, Arthur.
Here's what I need to tell you. I've remembered what you were on about.
Oh?
Aye. Standing in the woods today, I knew there was something. I waited. I concentrated. And it finally came back to me.
Please, you're keeping me in some serious suspense here.
Spill the beans.
It were a couple of days before I met you.
Oop, flashback. That's exactly where the priest had his issue. Exactly in that spot where the glass is,
Hurry
right?
now, Leonard.
Ooh, wait,
I'm
what?
not as quick as I used to be. This leg is getting worse by the day.
Yes, yes. I'm constantly made aware of your failing health. Do not fear. You said he has promised you the reward of your returned strength.
Aye, and it can't come soon enough.
Are you sure that it must be her blood?
Aye, she's family.
And she gets here in 2 days?
Aye.
We must bring her to the site as soon as she arrives.
No, no, no. Your lordship, with all due respect, we've been through this. We need to ease her into the idea. She would laugh in our faces if we just asked for it.
Who said we would ask?
He told me that she needs to give it willingly.
This little scheme of yours better work, Leonard.
It will, your lordship. We've got the perfect bait.
Wait,
Uh-oh.
who goes there?
God damn it.
Did you hear something? Ah, a moonlight tryst. After something, are you, Mr. Tillett?
Your lordship, let me...
Save your words, you drunken wretch. Off you go, skedaddle. Don't make me ask twice. I do wish you wouldn't spend so much time with that fool. It's beneath a woman of your standard. It's sad, really. That dog urine they serve here has rather pickled the man's brain.
You're being most unfair to him. Mr. Tillett is a nice man.
Come now, come now. I shall bid thee adieu once more. I do not wish for this to come between us. All the very best wishes for your excavation tomorrow, my dear.
Thanks.
So, Hanswick is obviously wanting us to release whatever god is in this barrow. And
What
he's
do you
built.
think, girl? How can I make sense of all this? I'll be glad to be back in London with a good book once this is all said and done.
I like that she talked to the horse. So he obviously wants us to release whatever god is in Hobbs Barrow, and he's built his chapel for the god.
The window is... I'd rather not go into...
Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh! Am I gonna play the violin or the fiddle, whatever? I won't talk over this. What do you mean, game? Prophecies come to light? It's hard to hear him. He's singing too softly. They need to raise the volume of the vocal. It's really hard to understand what he's saying. But I have a feeling that a lot of what he's saying is not hogwash, but it's relevant to our situation. Alright, I was waiting for it to happen again. I still didn't get a good look at what it was. It looked like there was some kind of monster or something where he's standing. You will never tell? The pixel art of him singing is wonderful. They did a very good job. Okay, straight to bed. I was wondering if I was going to be able to talk to them. Huh. I really wish I got a good look at what was shown, but I guess the point is that you don't get a good look at it. Alright, we're back here. Talk to the hobgoblin.
So, Thomasina, the journal proves I'm telling you the truth, does it not?
It does.
Does it?
Good. Now listen. I can help him again. We can help him. Together.
How?
All those years ago, your father entered this barrow with the goal of binding me within it. All because the people of Bewley had gotten it into their heads that Sack's not what cause of their plight. I tell you, Thomasina, we're not. Your father botched his incantation, leaving me in this weakened state, stuck in this limbo. As for him, well, you know how he ended up.
This doesn't sound right. Incantations. My father is a man of...
You don't know your father, Thomasina. How old were you? A child of not even 5, 6 years? You need to enter this barrow and undo what your father did.
But why?
The spell must be undone.
But why?
Then not only will I regain my strength, but your father will too.
But how do I...
Blood. The truest symbol of life and death. It's the life which flows within you, but it's also death once it escapes.
I don't understand.
Worry not how you'll undo what's been done. When the time comes, you'll know exactly what to do. Time is short. Your father and I grow weaker by the hour. Go. Save your father.